everyone, we're back again for another puppy update. Again, can't remember the numbers because they've gone to double digits and I'm terrible at double digits. So, what has happened this week? Not a lot. Again, not a lot because Cali isn't experiencing a lot. I keep on feeling like I have to say this. Cali isn't experiencing a lot. She's now 6 months? Nearly 7 months. So she's experienced most of what she needs to at this stage. So she's good. She's great. I mean, honestly, compared to what I, as a dog trainer and dog groomer as well, what I see coming in every day as a 6-month-old dog, for grooming, I get concerned and I leave extra time because most 6-month-old dogs are, I'm going to say very, very naughty, but they haven't been taught. They don't know any better. It's way too bright. But she's been really awesome. I expected, because again, she's my first dog, I sort of expected the worst. Because if you expect the worst, then you can't set up for disappointment. You know, if you expect everything's going to be peachy and everything's not, then you're going to be very disappointed and upset. Whereas I set it up the other way. I thought, right, adolescence is going to be horrendous. It's always horrendous. Every case I've seen of a 6-month-old, it tends to be pretty bad. But she's been perfect. It's most likely because I started training from day one, you know. But she's being a good teenager pup, and you can probably hear her in the background with her chewing. She's got a yak milk chew thing. She's got one of them and she is gnawing like mad at them. She loves them. She absolutely loves them. So I'm trying to think of what we've done. Okay. What should I start with? There's 2 stories that I could tell. A quick one. I'll do vet story. Cali ended up having to go to the vets. I forgot to say in the last video, so it was 2 weeks ago, Cali was actually at the vets because she has hives. Hives similar to you and me get, the things that you can get after an allergic reaction. Classically, pollen. Usually, for me, I used to have really bad hay fever when I was younger. And I used to get hives all across my back, all over my legs, all over my arms, because of the pollen reaction I had, usually in springtime. Springtime and autumn time was my worst. And so are most people's as well. That's a common thing. Cali has them. So I started whittling it down to what I thought it could be. Because firstly, it could have been several things. It could have been shampoo. It could have been a new spray I was using on her bed, like a pet deodorizer thing I was using on her bed. But she wasn't... My problem was I'd done several new things and I was trying to understand which one of these new things it could have set off the hives. Because hives tend to be a contact reaction rather than a I ate this and now I don't feel well reaction, if that makes sense. So there was the shampoo, which I'd just bathed her in 3 days prior to the hives appearing. And it was a brand new shampoo that I got when I was at Crufts. So I've never used it before. I never tried any of that brand before, so tried that. Could have been using a pet deodorizer spray on her bedding to stop wet dog smell. We wash the bedding probably every 2 weeks because it's in my room, and smell can trap very quickly. So I sort of would spray it in the morning, but then I would close the crate so she can't get back in. The only time she gets back in is when I come home with her from work at about 5. So it's not like she'd be exposed to it immediately, which was a little bit confusing for me. So I reckoned it was pretty low for that one. Then there was freshly cut grass. My dad had cut the grass and then I had let her out into the back garden. So I thought that was a pretty high one. And then there was, what was the other one? A new spray that I'd use. It was like a new pet perfume thing that I got again from a new brand, a new company that I'd never used anything from. So there was 4 variables. It's not the shampoo. It's not the pet deodorizer spray. it's also not the new spray. I think it's grass, unfortunately, which is a bit awkward. But it all seems to be freshly cut grass, which is a little bit more avoidable than all grass in general. So what we did, because they were quite bad whenever I found them, I called the vet and says, look, what do I do? What do you advise? And she says, right, give her a Piriton, just a normal little Piriton tablet, not Pirities, but a Piriton tablet, tonight. And give her one in the morning, and we'll see. So I gave her one in the night and one in the morning, and on the night, they said to call back if they were still there, and they were still there. So I gave her a call, and she says, look, come on in, we'll get you an appointment and get her seen to just in case it's something serious. So, again, I've never had a dog, and I've never had a dog with hives, so I thought, you know what, just for the first time, I'll see what it is and try and figure it out. So we got into the vets. Absolutely loves the vets because she gets amazing treats when she goes to the vets, and she gets cuddles from all the vet nurses. Cedar Grove, the one in Bangor. It's Cedar Mount. I feel like it's Cedar Mount. Because there's the roads. The roads around the vets in Bangor that I go to. There's Cedar Mount Road, and then there's Cedar Mount Road leading to Cedar Grove, and it confuses me very quickly because there's also a different vets called Cedar Grove, but I think it's in Belfast, somewhere. So it's Cedar Mount, I think, in Bangor. They are amazing. I absolutely love them. So I went in. She got tons of cuddles from the vet nurses, obviously. And we went in. I can't remember what vet nurse we saw, but she saw some. She was right. And she said, yeah, those are hives. There is some irritation there, and we'll give her a steroid injection. So she got a steroid injection. Sorry, for a dead second I thought I wasn't recording. That's why I just paused there. I just looked at the button. I thought, oh, that isn't recording that whole time. But it is. I just couldn't see the little numbers at the bottom. Have you gone to sleep? You have. All went quiet. So give her an injection, which she didn't feel at all. I nearly had a treat shoved up her nose, but she just stood there on the table and let it happen. So that was great. Not a twitch or a flinch. And then that cleared them up pretty quickly, but she has them again because yesterday was a lovely day and I decided to go up into the fields, and I discovered that the two fields that I was going to use we were going to do some scent tracking, they'd been sprayed with fertilizer. I didn't exactly want her in fertilizer, funny enough. I can't remember whether it was manure or fertilizer, but it wasn't pet friendly, whatever it was, so I decided not to. And I went into a different field, which the grass had been cut. I hadn't realised until I was sort of halfway into the field. I thought, oh dear. So that sort of teaches me. So longer grass seems to be okay, but cut grass seems to be the problem for now, which again is sort of avoidable. So there's the vet story, and then what else? Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot more of our recall practice, because you always gotta cram it in. So I got a long line, because again we're getting into the better weather, which means I can go out into the fields more because they're not flooded. So got a long line, started more practice with that, and I was in the back garden just doing the long line was just running sort of loose. I wasn't holding it. And we always teach in our classes that you always step over the long line. You don't bother with tangling it up and getting knotted and all stressy and just tangled, just messing it all up. So I was just sort of stepping over it after she looped around me. I just stepped over it, etc. And at one point I was in the process of standing over it, and she pulled a little bit too quick. And now I have my ankles completely grated. It is a week onwards and my ankles are still bleeding. I won't show you. Although I am in bare feet right now, I could very easily show you, but I won't. I'll spare you the gory pictures. But basically all the skin is off my actual ankle bone. So don't do that. It hurts. I have not had very much luck with long lines. I've actually ended up dislocating my shoulder and breaking 3 ribs because of one. So I'll not go into that story because that's another long story. And it's mostly embarrassing for me because, again, it was probably my fault, really. But anyway, that's been about it. I mean, we've been out walking. She had to get a waterproof coat because it was bucketing. So she's got a waterproof coat as well with a hood on it. She doesn't like the hood. But it looks very stylish on her. But we haven't been doing much, really. It's sort of been a lazy-ish week. We've been going for our normal walks down into the country and doing some training as always, going into work. Just the normal routine. But this Sunday's going to be interesting. I'm currently filming this on a Friday night because my phone somehow ran out of storage because it might have been crammed with photos of my dog. So it's a little bit, I had to delay it because I was trying to sort out my phone then. So this is slightly later, but this Sunday coming is Pet Nose Day. So I'm sort of hoping she'll be good for it. I've got a couple of Kongs made up for her. Nice, interesting Kongs. Nothing too growly, hopefully. When I say something's not growly, I mean hopefully she won't react to it if someone goes near her. Which is kind of an important thing for this because it is in public. But I've got a couple of Kongs with her, made up, ready to go in the freezer. And I've got some good treats. I've got some ox liver and nice treats so she can concentrate well. And I've got a couple of new toys as well that she's never seen, which will hopefully keep her interested. So hopefully it'll go well. I'm sort of nervous about it, just bringing her out for a whole day, because I'll be there probably from about 9:30 till 4:30ish probably. So fingers crossed it goes well. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!